I didn't go back far enough. Are we good?
I see.
You're good.
You're good. Okay. Hey guys, I'm Shay.
I'm Sam.
Hi, Mom.
And today we are talking about Perfected by
Jarvis
Kate
Birch.
Jarvik Birch.
I was bred to be the perfect pet. I was bred for my beauty and grace, to be a showpiece and ornament, to sit upon the couch, to sing, to dance, to play the piano and paint. I was bred to willingly put my owner's happiness before my own. Until Pin, the handsome and rebellious son of the congressman who owns me. He's the only person who's seen past my perfect exterior to the girl underneath. Falling for him is forbidden. Falling for him is freeing. But there's a dark underworld lurking beneath my pampered life. The only thing more dangerous than staying with Pin's family is escaping it. Because if I fail, I face a fate far worse than death.
Okay, so what are your initial thoughts?
I picked the book because, for one thing, I loved the cover of the second book.
That's always a good reason to pick a
That
book.
just came out December 1st.
I really did judge a book by its cover.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, the cover being good draws you in, so I guess it did its job.
I really liked the story.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I thought it was a cool concept, although it's kind of scary that could happen someday.
Yeah, the idea of people being pets.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
pretty creepy. It's not even like they're slaves, like they work for you. They are literally like, you go
A
to a
pet.
pet store and buy a dog because it's cute, and then you just have
And
this
these pets
dog
are
and-
dressed up all the time. They're in gowns and they have
Yeah.
special diets so they don't get fat and get zits and
It's so weird. Yeah,
I like the dresses.
yes.
Yeah, I found it quite disturbing. I also was kind of confused about like what reality this was set in, because it was like, was it like dystopian in the future kind of thing? And if it was, then why was Penn listening to like music that is popular like now, like today? Like
Oh, yeah.
like Ray LaMontagne, he's kind of like a popular indie sounding artist, but he's like actually popular right now, and then he's also popular here in this world. So I was really confused. I don't know.
See, I felt like it was set now, but it was an alternate reality.
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do like an alternate reality kind of thing, you don't want to use
Things that pinpoint
things
a
that
time period.
pinpoint a time period or this world, or I don't know. Like I think it's better to make up people.
Yeah, because a lot of things were now.
Yeah.
Like the cars, I mean, they didn't really describe the cars,
Right.
but they seemed like they were now, like the neighborhoods.
Yeah, and even just like getting back to like the whole music thing, like Penn was really into like certain music, and he like named all these bands that are current now. Like, and I also think that it's a bad thing when books do that, because then it really dates them. And so it was fine for like reading the book like in this time, because the artists that they mentioned, or like the references that they mentioned, are still relevant today. But like if you read this book in like 10 years, then you're basically dating this book. You're making it so it's
Sure, you
only
can't-
relevant in this time period because the
You can't
artists
apply
are
it
whatever.
to
Yeah. So like
the person can't apply it to themselves.
yeah, like 20 or 30 years from now, if somebody were to read this book, it would seem like it was written about a time 20 or 30 years in the past because of the references that it makes.
And you just feel like you're reading an old book.
Yeah, and then you just feel like you're reading an old book, and nobody likes to read old books.
Well, I kind of do.
I don't know. I don't really know where I was going with that.
I didn't like the cliffhanger ending.
It reminded me of the ending of Delirium.
I didn't read that yet.
Of what?
Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Are you? Yeah.
And
You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it though because it's Delirium.
And I thought it was really kind of creepy that you had old men buying 16-year-old girls.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Her name was Ella, and they named her that at the dinner table the first night she was there.
Well, Penn named her, right? After Ella
Yes.
Fitzgerald?
Yes.
The dad has been calling her love the whole time, and he will like fondle her hair.
You know, there's definitely something
Or
there.
just-
And this is their
kind of-
second pet.
And their first pet,
Hmm.
we're just gonna
was
go
sent
spoilers.
back because
Spoilers.
she got something that they couldn't take care of
She got pregnant.
She got pregnant.
by
And
the gardener.
I think from the beginning, when they said that they had another pet and they had to send her away, I was like, I bet she got pregnant, and I bet it was the congressman that impregnated
Yeah,
her.
I was.
I thought
same
that
way.
the first thought was that she got pregnant.
I think I texted you guys. I was like,
Yeah.
Yes.
she got pregnant, didn't she?
Yes.
I was like, yup.
It was the congressman, right? I mean, they don't
Probably.
actually say it,
But the way that
But-
he's treating Ella and the way he keeps like touching her and like
and
Mhm.
being possessive
It's creepy.
from
it's
10.
just so creepy, yeah. And I didn't really like. I mean, I know you guys liked the book, but in all honesty, I wasn't a huge fan of it because I just think it was too predictable and blah.
I liked it, but I didn't like the ending. I think, without having read the second one yet, that they should have put the two books together into one.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not even a very
Because
thick book.
and there's no closure at the end. I mean, sure,
Yeah.
she gets to freedom, but you know she's gonna go back because she has to go get Penn.
Yeah.
But
And
so
there's something.
And I didn't like Penn. I think he was too much of like a Mary Sue. What would you call a guy version of a Mary Sue? A Mary Stu.
Mary Sue.
So it's just when an author writes a really boring, shallow character.
yeah,
That's
shallow.
what a Mary Sue is. So I think that's what Penn is because he's just too perfect, and I don't like that. And I feel like they got like it was a really like insta love kind of, or like nothing really happened between when she got there and they were suddenly in love. There was no like development. It was
Yeah,
just
that-
he was a
that
jerk,
was-
and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, come to my room and listen to music with me."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and that
was
was a
just too
total
fast.
infatuation lust thing. It was there was no development, like you said.
Yeah,
there
I
was
think-
no
So,
falling in love. It was just
Yeah, I didn't like it.
hormones.
It's just, hey, let's listen to music. Hey, let's run away together.
And it was also weird that the congressman bought her a necklace, and it was basically
A collar?
A collar.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, she's a
had
pet.
her name. I know. It's just the
She's
whole.
a pet. Pets have collars.
I guess the whole idea is interesting and compelling, but
It's almost
Creepy.
like
it's very
perverted.
creepy.
yeah,
Like
it's
the idea of
perverted.
having the idea of
Definitely.
like old men buying these like 16-year-old girls to be the pets for their families is a pretty perverted idea.
well. And at one point, the congressman's wife even says, "This pet is for our daughter Ruby, who's 10 years old, not for you."
Yeah.
Ew.
And another thing about Ruby, the first time like when she she pushed Ella into the pool or whatever and she like held her underneath. I was like, "Oh, maybe that's how the first pet, whatever." Something happened to where Ruby like she's like a creepy sadist or something who likes
I'm glad she didn't turn out that
beating
way.
up her pets or torturing her pets or whatever. But yeah, luckily that didn't. I mean, I guess that was like the only instance of anything like that happening. And then the rest of the time, she seemed like a pretty like
Yeah.
normal girl.
She
But
just
yeah.
didn't know that she didn't know how to swim.
It was just, but still, you
But
don't
it
hold
was-
somebody underwater just because
No.
like, oh, this is funny. I'm gonna drown you now. And I actually really liked the mom's involvement with all this. Turns
did
out that
too.
she was the one leaving the college,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And
Yep.
she helped in the end. She helped her and Penn get away. And
Mhm.
I started out not really liking her because she's like, oh, she's the typical like jealous wife. She's jealous of the new shiny toy. Or I mean, I
because she
understood.
knew
Yeah.
that her husband had more attraction for these young girls than for her.
Right. And so, but at first I thought she was just gonna be like a mean, snobby wife.
Yeah.
But then when you find out in the end that she's actually like trying to help
Mhm.
Ella get away and everything, it made me really like her.
Yeah.
But I hated the neighbor, the one that took
Helen?
her.
Oh gosh.
Was that
Yeah.
Rhonda. It was Helen.
Rhonda?
It was Rhonda.
Helen, run.
But I hated her.
But I
She
think she
bothered
was
me.
trying to be helpful.
I think
She didn't like the idea.
She
that-
was the busybody of the neighborhood that gets too involved.
She was creepy to me. I don't know. Of course, it was Ella's fault for going over into her property anyway. She like ran away from the party.
Well,
and-
she ran away because she was trying.
Right. No, I know.
Like, this kid was trying to take her
Get
into
her.
a.
She's like, meet me in the house.
Mm.
Well, he went and he was gonna meet her in the house. So he went into the house. She could have just like, all right, go back to the party. See you later.
Yeah, or tell Penn.
Yeah, or tell Penn. I mean, that's another thing is like there's so many spots where it's like you could have done this instead. You didn't have to.
But
do
at the
this.
same time, she's never had any of these experiences.
True.
She was brought up in schools
kennel.
where
A
she
kennel.
was a kennel, where she
The
was
Greenwich
trained
Kennels.
to be this perfect pet,
That's true.
and they were not taught like real life experiences.
Good point.
So she gets kidnapped basically by Rhonda. So
We
Rhonda thinks that she's going to help her by taking her to an underground organization
Like safe
that
house thing.
that will transfer these pets to take them, I guess, to Canada or something so that they can be free.
Except she did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
She didn't have the money. She didn't call ahead.
So then they let her go
Business.
the next day, and she's out in the world with no knowledge of what to do, where to
Yeah.
go, anything. She
And
didn't
I-
want to be kidnapped to begin with.
I kind of thought that the author should have maybe made that whole thing longer, because I feel like it was just this really
It was-
short,
Yes, it was.
short thing that just I think she should have been out longer than like a day.
Yeah.
18 hours.
Yeah, it was like she was
Like
like dying
days.
after like 18 hours. That could have been a really good like big chunk of the book. Like a lot of stuff could have happened at that point. Like she could have met people. She could have, I don't know, kind of had more like experiences out in the real world. And I don't know. I just think a lot more could have been done with it. And like she just hid in a playground the entire time until she got found and brought back.
And did
What an experience!
finds out she has a chip embedded in her neck.
Like a
Yes.
microchip, like an
Microchip.
animal getting microchipped.
Location chip, yeah.
So
She takes that out.
digs that out. With her. And the congressman's wife helps Penn and Ella escape. And they're going to cross the border to Canada where
At
she
Niagara
would
Falls.
have...
Where
yes,
she's
at Niagara Falls.
where she would be free.
Yes. Her and
Just before they get across the...
Woo!
Congressman realizes that they're missing...
Couldn't help
the
myself.
cops.
And
So
of course,
she makes it across the border to Canada.
and she
But they
looks
get-
back, and he's not there.
and they got Penn. But anyways,
So
and that's
theories.
where that one ends. So yeah, now we need to get to
That
theories
abruptly.
of the second one. Yeah, seriously.
I think she goes back to
I,
the U.S.
I think so
to
too,
get
because
him.
where's she going to go?
I don't think she does.
No, she just forget you, Penn, and
No,
goes.
I think she just has to figure out a way to get him. But I don't think she'll go back because they'll be waiting for her and she'll get caught.
But she doesn't have the chip anymore, so she can sneak back.
Yeah, but they know what she looks like.
Maybe she meets people.
There's wigs.
But I really need this book, the second one, because I really want to find out what happened. Whether I like it or not, I still gotta know. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
me
say
too.
ratings. 4 out of 5.
I think so.
Yeah. I give it like a 2.5.
What?
Maybe a 3. Like a 2.75.
Oh my gosh, you're breaking my heart.
I'm sorry. I just wasn't a big fan of this book. I'm sorry. I mean, it has a super pretty cover. The concept is interesting, but I think it could have been better executed than it was. I think it could have been
So
longer.
you like the idea? It's just
I like the idea. Even though it is extremely disturbing, I did like the idea. It was
Yeah.
compelling, but I think the book could have been way longer, could have had way more stuff in it. I don't know. I just,
More developed
yeah,
plot.
more developed plot, more developed characters. I feel like it was too short for any sort of, like development.
At the end of this month, we will be discussing Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. So these are 3 stories in one, 3 holiday romances. And we
Covers.
figured since it was December and the holidays and Christmas that we needed a Christmassy book. So
It's not Christmas, it's winter.
it says Christmas Eve right there.
Oh, never mind.
Christmas Eve!
I don't know if I'm into romances, so we'll have to see what I think of this at the
Well,
end
me
of the month.
too, because I...
But it's very pretty.
Mhm.
And I do look forward to reading it because it is Christmassy.
And I love John Green, so there's that, which is nice.
Yeah, this will be my first introduction to John Green.
Mine too.
Oh, you're gonna know it! Alright, so that is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you have a great night. And I will see you next time. And they will see you
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, depending on if I make a video before the end of next month.
It's very hard with a newborn.
Yeah, I do have a newborn, so there's that. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Alright, have a great night. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
Merry
Bye! Merry Christmas.
Uh-huh, because aren't you putting this one at the end of the month?
No, this one's now.
Happy Thanksgiving!